Stand to MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Star Wars Soda Car, and this time things are going to be a little bit different and more to the point of how I suppose these contracts are supposed to run, but I'll get into that in a minute. As things stand, assassinate, insurrection, interception. For months, we've had trouble with the people here in Sanzach being riled up by talk of insurrection, rebellion, and independence. Based on top Russell Hagian analyst reports, we believe a clan propagandist is in the area, stirring up discontent. We've set up a security net to capture her, but we can't cover every possible exit from our net, and could use an extra lance of mechs. If she tries to slip through your assigned territory, turn her vehicle into slag. It's going to only be a one-skull mission, but hey, that's kind of what we've gotten ourselves into. The contract we took was easy by design, which may have been a mistake in the long run. So we have to find the propaganda van, vehicle, truck, whatever. But as you can see, none of these people, bar maybe Coach, are particularly familiar to us, and the reason is because this mission came up before everybody else was off their cooldown for fatigue. So we had to rely on the B team. Now, I've slowly come to the conclusion that trying to do these long-running contracts is a little bit frustrating and irritating with the way that the actual cash mechanic and the salvage mechanic works, but also that the warning that you'll want multiple mechs for this is a little bit overblown. Really, you need 5, 6 mechs, really, in order to actually run your lance, assuming that you have relatively decent playthrough in that you don't take too much damage, and you can repair things in a relatively short amount of time. But mech warriors, they're much more likely to be fatigued on long runnings, especially if you get a higher rank, so really, the warning should emphasize mech warriors a bit more. Maybe it did, and I just didn't pay attention to that point, but everything that I had ever read and heard about doing these long-running contracts was make sure you've got an extra lance of mechs, and really, it's make sure you've got an extra lance of mech warriors. Because the B team is not amazing. Coach is fairly decent. He's packing an 8 gunnery, 6 piloting, 5 guts, and 6 tactics, so he's the worst of the best, or the best of the worst, depending on how you want to look at it. Shotel is coming along quite nicely. 7 gunnery, 6 piloting, 5 guts, but 4 tactics. We don't really need the tactics super heavily, especially not on a mech like the Aramsham, unless we're doing some massive long-range shooting with those ATMs. Ronin is middle of the road, more or less. Double 6s in gunnery and piloting, plus 5 guts and 4 tactics. But Panda over here, well, Panda is a 4-4-2-3. 4 gunnery, 4 piloting, 2 guts, 3 tactics. She has 3 wounds on her. She, well, frankly, is terrible. She doesn't even have her first ability score yet, so not great. And I really regret that I didn't level up the B team because of things like this. However, this does introduce a part of these contracts that is a lot more fun. You really have to manage the mercenary company better. We didn't have to really go through that because, well, frankly, our mechs are really good, at least for this version of the game, and our pilots were really good. So I think the long run mechanic has merit, just not in the version that we played. So let's get out and get on moving. We're going to pack up, unfortunately, only 3.5 pips of evasion, because there is something to be said for the pilot that actually needs to drive this thing. And so while the Hellhound is stunningly amazing, not so much in the hands of a basically rookie pilot, although she's not really a rookie. Double 6s is not terrible at all. So we do have eyes on one target. I am going to reserve down now at this point. We're going to see what they're going to do, because we have our sacrificial lamb up front. It's a Jenner 2C3. Interesting. And fired a tag? No, that's a micropulse. Or a pulse laser? I don't know if that's a micro or a small pulse, but he missed whatever he was shooting at. We're going to try and kill this thing quick, because this is basically the machine gun Jenner, except with energy, which is pretty gosh darn dangerous. So with that in mind, let's send Shotel into the fray. Shotel is going to be able to stack up 3 pips of evasion. We'll give him a little bit of altitude. As you can see, the hit chances are not amazing compared to Starburst, but that's because this is not really his normal ride. We're going to open fire, and we did miss with the cannon, but I have faith in the ATMs. A pretty decent shot on the ATMs, and we've managed to take a decent amount of armor off his front torso. We've got more mechs coming in from the right side. I hope that we can deal with this Jenner before we really have to deal with that. Now, here's a problem. Oh, by the way, everybody say hello to the new Trailblazer. Gauss rifle, large pulse laser, and 2 small pulses to back that up. It's a solid mech, I think. I feel relatively confident driving it, but it's going to get shot at a lot, and she is not a good pilot at all. So let's see how if I just walk this. What am I looking at here? 11% on the Gauss rifle and 34 on the large pulse. I think we have to walk it just to give her any chance at all of hitting anything. Oh, the Trailblazer, you're a solid design, but you don't have a solid pilot. Missing the first shot. Oh, we did hit with one of the pulse laser shots. Okay, that's nice. And yeah, that's all around just disappointing. Coach is going to have to be the one to wrap this up. Coach is a decent pilot. I mean, he's got an 8 in gunnery, so he can warlord. Oh, we got a fire starter. Gauss rifle not impacting. Luckily, the Hellhound still operates even with a not amazing pilot in it. It's a solid mech. There has been statements that Varangian is this amazing pilot, and while I agree Varangian's fantastic, I think part of that is up also to mech design. So we're going to come up here, high speed, get a decent amount of evasion, and also the armor to tank up front, and we're just going to keep blazing away, because if we can get a good shot on this Jenner, which we're just not hitting anything. We got one hit. Oh, that's really terrible. We've got to take this thing out of the fight soon. Even faster than we're going to have to take the fire starter out of the fight, and the reason for that is, well, we got autocannon shot. All these micro pulses, all these small pulses, they hurt. But they can also get headshots pretty easily because of the number he's got. I mean, look at this. 1, 2... He's got 4 smalls and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 micro pulses. That's insane. Are you going to sprint or are you going to walk that? I really hope that you walked, because walking will mean I can get right around behind you. And so the Hellhound again getting blitzed, and it's just machine guns worth of firepower blazing away. Didn't penetrate too much, but dear God, that's kind of insane. Alright, comes down to us. So obviously we are going to grab Ronan runs again, and we're going to run Ronan around. That's going to have to be enough. Give us 3 pips of evasion and stack up the rest, so we're a pip lighter. And hopefully we can get some decent fire on here, just to sort of push him above the line. If we're really lucky, we'll overheat it, but I don't think that's going to happen. 50's good. The 50 will maintain that. So if they decide they want to start blazing away again, they're going to have trouble. So we are in the forest, though, so we do get damage reduction, and we have a little bit additional evasion. Some breaching shot coming down, but it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 missiles? ATM 6, probably. Alright, so we've dealt our initial damage onto it. Really, Shotel's going to have to be the one who makes something happen with this, because he's driving the Aramsham, and the Aramsham will be the thing that makes things happen, I assume. We can get a decent lineup with more ATMs, just continue to lighten up the armor. We'll chill out the AC-10. Give that a chance to reset, give us some decent accuracy on it for a follow-up strike. The ATMs on their own, not particularly great at knocking out somebody who's got a whole ton of protection. I do not like the fact that he's up there. That he's got that perfect sort of support fire position. It's really kind of terrifying. Obstructed shot is fairly decent. Large pulse 66, that's really nice. Can I get a direct line of sight, and would that be worth it? No, it's only going to be obstructed. Well, I could go over here to get a direct line of sight, although that would be on the front. We're looking at 40s there, and the obstructed line of sight, the walk, is 47. So we're going to move up here, and the large pulse is just a cooker. So we're going to have to shut that thing off. I'm going to keep blazing away with the Gauss rifle. If we get lucky, we might do something awesome with it. We have exposed an arm. That's not super great. It doesn't really matter, because nothing on this mech will explode. Well, the Narc beacon could, but it's not all that much. Alright, Coach, can you get a decent angle shot here? We can get... No, not that. I can get 3 pips of evasion if I move just straight forward, and that'll be 70s. We'll turn off the ultra-auto cannon and just blaze away with our own machine gun of pulse lasers. Unfortunately, we missed with the Narc beacon again. I would really like to get a couple of good Narcs on. And jump jet destroyed, unsteady. That'll keep him down to a walk, which is both good and bad. It's good because it'll reduce evasion, but it's bad because he won't get as hot when he moves. Another cannon shell coming down on the Punisher, not able to impact. I don't know what this is, or how it's getting shots through what appears to be a mountain. Alright, I assume the Jenner will operate and move in some fashion. It is going to walk away, trying to gain some distance. That's actually going to hurt you in the long run, because that'll make it easier for the Trailblazers to sprint way far over. Let's see what he does with the heat. Oh, back under the line, but I think we might have a chance of being able to cook him. Not sure, but we'll see. Because if I can handle this, I'm mostly worried about this because of the headshot potential. This I should be concerned about, but the mechs are pretty decently designed, so they're not quite as vulnerable to that. Ooh, another Gauss rifle shell going just over to miss. It's not quite impacting, which is luckily for us. I don't know what this is, or why it's avoiding actually getting into the fight. Now we've got machine gun fire coming down, and a decent amount of that is spraying all over. Oh, that's got to be a Jenner. It's got to be the machine gun Jenner, so we're dealing with 2 Jenners here. Yeah, you're... Wait, no, you're the actual propagandist. Right, we're dealing with a propagandist and a machine gun Jenner. I hate those things. It's just because it gets so many shots. It's like, well, what's the point? Can I get a back shot on you? Oh, I can get a back shot on you. It's right there. How lovely. Maybe I'll be able to do enough heat in order to really cook him. So a decent amount of evasion there, and light him on fire. Come on, get enough lucky hits. I'm seeing at least 4 misses. Okay, we got critical, but we didn't shove him over the line. We really needed to be too accurate in order to actually make that happen. But we dented him pretty badly. He's not having a good day. So we've opened up both of his torsos pretty severely. If I could get a rapid-fire weapon like, say, a dragon to shoot him, we could probably get a lot done on this. If I move in here, I've got a shot on you. I do have multi-target. ATM's not so great there, though. 78%? Wait, really? For both of them? Huh. Interesting. How is that possible? Let's sprint around, see if I can't get a back shot. I cannot. Unfortunate. 67. I guess it's just a walk. We've got a really good chance of making it happen. And we're going to invert the shooting that I thought I was going to do. So, multi-target. You're going to get some, and you're going to get some. And we're going to shoot the cannon at Bravo, and we are going to overheat because that's fine for now. So, I know that we should probably want to be firing a whole bunch of scatter shots down here. But I had hope, wow, that a 70% chance would actually do something. But apparently, no, we missed. So that's a cook for no reason. Always a bit unfortunate when that happens. But hey, we can probably overcome it. I need to get a very high evasion going, unfortunately. Because this pilot is not particularly amazing at very high evasion values. That will do, maybe. We are out in the open, which is very unfortunate. Also, she's not a particularly good pilot to shoot while on the move for some reason. 2 pips of evasion? That will not be enough. We know for a fact that won't be enough. What if I want to target you? Yes, still terrible. So we're going to start moving off to the side. We're going to target you. Large pulse on. Small pulses off. Yes, we can do that. Both small pulses off. Actually, no, we should keep them on and keep the Gauss off. Because we need rapid shots. Multiple shots to hit instead of one big fist. Which I know we fired the AC-10 at him instead of the ATMs, but you get the idea. We got a micro pulse crit. So we've managed to mess with a decent number of weapons in a very confused fashion. Oh yeah, we've got him. So, also have multi-target. And you would be... Did I not put you in a position to see? I did not put you in a position to see. Okay, so let's light him up. Can I go ultra autocannon? I could, but it'd probably kill... Well, it's a 38% chance. No point. We'll just burn him down with the lasers. So I've torn open one of his arms. Can we tear open the CT or just get one more crit? That's the crit we needed. Alright, so the Jenner machine gun laser Jenner, I suppose, is all taken care of. We still have the machine gun actual Jenner and the Gauss rifle. And Gauss rifles are especially unfun, so I'd like to take him out as we move through. But again, this is going to be an irritating thing to have to deal with. They have reserved down because... Can they not see me? That seems odd. Ronan, let's get on the move, shall we? High speed, and pretty decent, actually. Should be able to cook quite nicely. Alright, rush up over here. So we do have a shot on him. We'll light him on some of the fire. If we get super lucky, we will light him on all of the fire, and that will kill him. But, yeah, 75 heat is not bad at all. Although he's firing a Gauss rifle, so what does he care about heat? And we've got an unknown coming in from down here. Is a Jenner 2C. Oh, you were the... No, you're the streak version. So, a couple of good shots on getting it through on the right side, but altogether, not too terrible. Hopefully I'll be able to get the Trailblazer into the forest shortly. I need... Well, frankly, what I need is Panda to be able to hit something, because we've already pushed, well, basically everything to the red line. Gonna move up over here, stack up some evasion, shut off the small pulse. That'll work. So, a single large pulse laser just to blink away. And I think I got to vigilance this. Really tempted to. Well, she's already in cover. Miss with the 1. Miss with the 2. Come on, 60%. Panda, now I know I don't bring you on missions. It's a bit unfortunate because now the Firestar is going to be able to move. You had an opportunity to blow off one of his torsos and potentially make him unsteady. He's coming in for the punch! Oh, it's a bold Firestarter. So terrified of the heat that he's currently sitting on top of, although look at all that additional heat thanks to the Prometheus Flame. Are you going to be able to... He is going to be able to get underneath the heat. So Shotel is actually in a position to punch him back. Actually, if Shotel sprints, he might be able to get into the back line on this one. It is possible. It is possible, but you're showing your back to a machine gun mech. You only have 2.5 pips of evasion. How much armor does he have? 30 for 55? Let's give it a shot. So we did cook last turn, which means we cannot afford to cook this turn. And I may have made a terrible, terrible mistake, because I've got to chill. Vigilance to put me up onto the next turn, and just sit still, because you got to get under heat. I can't afford to risk the Aram Sham, especially not with someone who's got, what, a guts of 4. So he'll probably blow himself up. That would be undesirable.
Skipper.
Coach, if you could do me a favor and just turn him into goop, that would be especially good. Are you breaching shot? You are not. Can I get you breaching shot? I can. Well, it's not breaching shot, but we are in his back rank, which will mean free shots and hopefully free kills. Ultra auto cannon to on. Yeah, it's a 40% chance, but hey, we're going to do a shot. Hey, we hit it. Nice. Hopefully we can blitz out enough firepower with all our lasers to kill him. We got him. Oh, not much left of that mech. Excellent. So the fire starter is out. We are cooking a little bit, but we should be able to recover coming soon. And I don't think... Well, no, the Jenner's probably spotting us. Our unknown vehicle taking a shot at the Hellhound. It has AP Gauss rifles, I believe. Anti-personnel Gauss. And you decided not to move, so should hell. Yeah, let's get you on the move. Let's see if we can't take somebody. What are you going to be at? You would be pretty decent accuracy, actually. Unfortunately, we would be firing into somebody who has a whole bunch of defense. If I sprinted up forward, that's still pretty decent accuracy. I'm going to take that, turn on all the guns. Even though we are going to be shooting into somebody who has cover. It's decent because we can deal a lot of damage and blow off his leg. I'm on board with that. We've done 2 pilot injuries to him already, and he hasn't even gotten to move yet. We take out his other leg, then we can take the mech out entirely. Lovely. Or, you know, just knock him down, blow off a torso. There are many things. A machine gun to the head will kill him at this point. Alright, we've got our propagandist up here. In their machine gun Jenner. Yep, there it is. Finally revealed. Opening fire. All the light. Machine guns had hit injury ignored thanks to our injury ignore cockpit. It's a slick suite. It's very nice to have. It's very slick. Alright, Ronan, do you want to go duel with this guy? Because I think that's what you're going to do. You're going to get oh, wow. Right up on top of him. We are going to vigilance her because I want her to be able to double shoot. I will shut off the SRM-2 just to keep us just barely under heat. That'll allow me to freely burn next turn and the turn after that if we need to. Not a whole heck of a lot of damage if I do say. And I do. The Jenner standing up. Probably should have focused to shooting that one. Yeah, upon further reflection would have been the better choice. But I wanted to throw us into the melee. And also give Panda a chance to leg somebody. Panda, would you like to leg somebody, please? 77% chance on your cannon. Well, not your cannon, but 77% chance on one of them. 82 up there. Yeah, it's better just to stand out in the open and fire at you. What kind of head do you have? You have just a cockpit clan, which, if I'm not mistaken, does not prevent armor penetrations, which would be unfortunate. But it's such a juicy opportunity. Oh, there's always those difficult things. If I just stood still, I'd lose all of my evasion, but I would be in cover. It'd be a 77% chance. Now we've got to move. We've got to be aggressive about it, too. So all the weapons to the on, and fire away. Yeah, definitely missed that Gauss rifle shot. No doubt about that. Getting some penetrating hit, because any shot basically on the left side is going to get immediately shunted into that torso. Got the gyro crit, got the engine destroyed crit. So that takes out the Jenner down there. Also, just as a side note, she can't blow up. She has Gauss rifle ammo, which doesn't explode, which means we can push the Trailblazer as hot as we need it, if we need it, which we might. This mech needs to chill. This is a sad fact of reality. 23, or I could fight Mr. Unknown with his AP Gauss. I think I'm going to do that. Hi, you are a gold topper. You have flat out just 2 Gauss rifles. Crap. Warlord this. Thank you. Line him up. Hit him. I was hoping both of those would hit, but apparently that was just... Oh, wait. No. I have made a huge mistake. Hi. I remember you. Oh, I remember you. The Gold Topper was the mech that managed to take one shot at the dragon and rip out literally half of the bloody mech. This is a problem on a fairly significant scale. If you do not move, you are dead. Get the SRM off. Oh crap, I may have gotten her killed. Everybody has a target. It's called a Gold Topper, and we're going to basically ignore this thing for a little while, because as much as the headshots are going to suck, a Gold Topper can kill basically any mech that he wants in one go. Wow, those are heavy lasers, and we got a fusion core crit through the torso. That's unfortunate.
That was a big hit.
Also, that long-term artillery piece, yeah, it doesn't need to actually see what it's shooting at. So sprint. 3 pips of evasion, that's just gonna cook us. I can't afford that. I can walk, but... Take a walk down here, try and stay out of range of everything. And that's a turn where it just does not shoot. And I'm okay with that, sort of. Oh god. Trying to kill this thing is gonna be insane. I am highly, highly concerned about it. So, Coach, yeah, Gulltopper's armor is 460. It's got 450 in the back. Can you get there? If we stomped on it, we'd deal 60 damage, or I could just run back here and fire all my weapons at him. Fire all the weapons at him. We're gonna run the red line on this one every single step of the way. And hope that we can take this thing, because this is bad. This is several levels of bad. I really should not be trying this. I should be running. Oh god. Please stop doing things like that. Yeah, Gulltopper is the kind of thing that you don't want to meet in a dark alley, or a bright alley, or ever. The name of the horse of the Norse gods, and for a reason. You see me. Interesting. Okay, since you pulled back, I don't have a problem with this, because you haven't actually triggered your I'm running away setup yet. So, let's... Shotel still won't get a shot, but he can get a side angle shot if he moves here, and he'll have a decent amount of evasion in the Ramsham. So shut off the AC-10. And shut off the ATM-9. And that will allow me to fire 2 ATM-3s. Or can I swap them for an ATM-9? No, I cannot. So we are riding the red line a little bit. But we're not actually over it, so there's that working for us. Okay, Ronan. Ronan is very busy fighting people. No line of sight nor targets to be had over here. We'll just keep moving and hopefully scaling up our defenses. I say you should vigilance. That won't help me at all. So you're just gonna chill. It's gonna be unfortunate. Sprint at full speed. If I do this, if I fight you, that's somewhat suicidal. However, can I come to step on him? Ronan, do you have the range to do so? You do not. Oh, that is unfortunate. If I come around behind him, use fluid guns, I have a decent chance of hitting him with a pretty high evasion. We're gonna do that. I'll play with you later. Because Gulltopper's gotta die. We are gonna amp that up a bit. Gonna aim everything I've got at it. SRM6s probably do some of the most damage. No, turn off the fluid guns. They don't actually generate any heat. This still cooks us. Shut off the flamer because he's not overheating. Shut off the SRM2 because it's only 2 damage. Plus another 6 damage. That will put us under, and that'll deal the most amount of damage we can do to a vehicle. Hi, fire. I don't think I can... Well, I might be able to kill him with flamers, but that's probably not a great chance. Let's be honest about it. 2.5 is not something I want to risk the life of a mech on. Especially because I'm not going to be able to fire the Gauss rifle, or the AC-20 this turn. I need to deal 300 damage to you. If I'm not sitting at 3 pips of evasion, I ain't fighting into that. And I may not be able to get it. Oh, because I'm on move. Sprint! I need 3 pips of evasion on a sprint. Or I need to spend a buy round. That'll be 3 pips of evasion on a sprint. Yes, his back is towards this, but he has a decent amount of evasion going on this one. Shut off the Ultra, shut off the medium pulse one. That puts me back under. Okay, it's got to be a little bit of a light damage round, and we're not dealing damage to the back like we need to, but we are stacking more and more on him. Just need to survive a couple more turns of this cannon. Every time it shoots, it's like, dear God, why? Alright, back to the Jenner. No, Ronan gets to move first. Lovely. Ronan, Ronan stomp. That's really all she can do. 60 damage will deal more by doing this. I think. Oh, maybe not. Well, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. No, she does do her most damage stomping. Okay. Run up there and give him a stop. Please hit a 90% chance to hit. Okay, that hit. And then the fire. So 70 damage in total. If it hit. Which I'm not sure if it did. Okay, we've got that one done. And now the Jenner is moving. And the Jenner, does the Jenner see anything? It cannot from where it is. Okay. Reserve. And the reason why we're doing this is Coach is moving next. So we may as well try and get things done. 3 pips of evasion and just a walk move. That's going to be nice. We're going to turn everything back on. We're shoving them right back over the red line. Okay, we hit him both times. 120 damage. We're almost through the armor. Oh, by the way, he'll also have 100 health after that. Tagged, homing beacon, over the line. He did override the shutdown. Next turn we get our Warlord. Which... Sprint, honey. Oh god. Your Gauss Rifle's a 25% chance to hit? Are you serious? 72 if I go there. Yeah, I'll take that. All the risks that we run for joy and victory. Fire everything. We hit him on the side. Okay, unfortunately there's a lot of armor on that side. Because it's not the side that is the vulnerable side. I'm kind of also hoping for a through armor critical here, but that's probably not going to happen. A Ramsham can get on that same side. If she sprints, or he sprints, we can get relatively closer.
Roger that.
Line him up with all the weapons, and... I can get the big cannon on. Next turn, I'll be around to the back, though. You may not survive the next turn. That's kind of the thing that's driving these mechs forward is... You're probably not going to be here next turn. If you are, praise your lucky stars. So, here it comes. Oh, God. Every time that long tongue fires, it's like, please don't. Alright, back up to the Jenner. The Jenner is in a position to hurt us from behind. I think we might be able to kill Gulltopper. 341 armor. Maybe not. Incoming machine gun fire onto the Hellhound. And a pretty decent amount of it, too. And split the fire a bit. That's an interesting strategy. Probably just designed to irritate me. 127, 189, 341. Really splitting the fire. Holy crap. What are you doing? Just craziness. Absolute insanity. Okay, so we know that the back attack is actually not the most efficient attack. For, well, because he has 300-something armor. But he's only got 189, but he is taking half, well, a decent number of that off. We need to get around to the left side. So... We have Reserve, Coach. Clear that top bracket. You can get 2.5 pips of evasion. You can get 3. Alright, sprint it then. How are you not able to get with us? Oh, because you've got... I almost forgot. You have the ever so lovely and useful Supercharger, which allows you to basically walk as far as you can run. But they still can run just a little bit farther. Alright, I am still shooting his back, despite the fact that he has 300-something armor, because it allows us to ignore the damage reduction. And we are getting good hits on. Down to 39 armor on the one side. Now we've got enough to just bore into it, I feel. Okay. No! The long-time artillery, I wanted that. You were serious in the right side? So apparently the long-time just died. Which is very, very, very unfortunate. We need Banda. Banda, my darling. You have an opportunity. It is the left or the right side that's exposed. It is the right side. You've got to get this one right, otherwise you're going to have a really, really bad day. You're going to shove that line so hard it's going to go into next week. Okay, darling. If you don't manage to deal another 58 damage to him, you're probably going to die. Apparently it takes AC-20 ammo. And the mech is off. Oh god. So here's the new rule. If Gulltopper doesn't take 14 damage by next turn, everybody... Well, actually no, she's dead. Ronan. Let's add you to the list of people who will die if this doesn't work. Actually no, let's not. I'd rather not. It's a decent chance for fire, and I've got a lot of it. Light up everything. We're gonna see if we can't burn it to death. I'm really, really hoping we can. Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Gulltopper's off the field now. Unfortunately, so is his long-time artillery piece, which I really wanted to get my hands on. But I shouldn't complain too much, because we're alive. Oh, we're alive. I do need to walk this turn, don't I? Actually, what I should do is just not die. Yeah, we're gonna cook. It's going to be unfortunate. We will brace and cross your fingers. Am I? Okay, I thought I was facing backwards for a moment, but that's just because of the way that the mech looks. It's crazy, yo. Alright, Jenner, you're the only one left. Your gold topper buddy, who was obviously your ace in the hole, is dead. And you didn't see me this turn. Okay, Hellhound. Let's go. We're gonna get everybody on the move. And we also get a turn to chill out. Lovely. Except for Shotel and his Aramsham. He's... Turn the trailblazer back on. Thank you. Because he can't afford to do this. Reserve. The reason why I'm reserving is I'm hoping that Coach will be able to see something, although I don't think Coach can actually see anything. 3.5 pips of evasion will be fine. We're 3 turns away from our next Warlord, which is our next massive spike of firepower. Really, thinking about it, this mech probably doesn't work all that well without it. So that's a bit distressing. Without Warlord. It's a bit too hot if you want to try and run it Warlordless. Okay, we're going to sprint over here, and I'm actually going to Vigilance this. Just to give us a little bit of additional protection. If he wants to come after us... Why is my heat so high? Oh, because I didn't end it. If he wants to come after us, he's going to have to shoot into our additional protection. Or if he wants to try and run in behind us, he'll have to place himself in the middle of everybody. Oh, he's going for the Hellhound again. Please don't hit the important thing like the fact that I've only got 6 armor left on CT. Okay, no crits were caused. Alrighty. So... that was the only thing I wanted to protect, so reserve down to the bottom so we can get everybody in on this action. First of all, Coach. If you were to fire this gun from point-blank range, you would have a decent chance on some of your guns and a bad chance on your big cannon. I don't think I can improve that big cannon all that much. Let's be real here. What I can do is I can get on top of you and hopefully nail you for enough firepower that you trip. So that's the goal. I am trying to remove... oh, we actually hit him with one of those cannon shells, I think. I am trying to remove his stability. I am not succeeding in that goal. We also then need Shotel to come around inside. He can also get a nice back shot on this. ATM-9 is not good. Did it get critted? It must have been. I don't know why it's so low. Oh, because it's not an improved ATM-9. We're going to fire it anyway. It'll put it over the line, and we did manage to cause him... oh, wow, we killed it. Never mind. We're done. The propagandist ended up being significantly less dangerous once we finally were able to focus everybody on it. Can't believe that gold topper didn't kill us. I'm also really irritated the long tom got destroyed by that. Like, we almost had it. If we could have salvaged that long tom artillery piece, that would have been amazing. But it is sadly gone. It takes AC-20 rounds, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how many more rounds that it had of shooting, but if it had managed to hit us into one of those rounds where we had gone slowly... that would have been terrifying. I was wondering how he was shooting at us indirectly, because the terrain looked indirect, but I kind of assumed, hey, maybe it's just the way it appears, but nope. No, that was terrifying. So we managed to pick up the gold topper kill on the Hellhound, managing to burn people out. The fusion core has been damaged, along with the engine itself, but we can fix that. It's going to take a little while. Punisher picking up 2 kills, the Trailblazer picking up 1. Alrighty, so we can get parts. Hey, we're getting a Firestarter Mark II, and we're also getting a Jenner 2C. How lovely. Ooh, I have a big question. How much stuff did we salvage? 2 Clan Gauss rifles. I don't think we actually need them. We're good on... it didn't die. It did not die. Look at that! 250 damage. Ultra autocannons don't hit this hard. Almost, but not quite. With stability of 37.5, it generates 50 heat every time it shoots. It weighs 30 tons and takes 15 slots. Artillery meant to deal massive damage at extreme range, but have immense mass. 2x chance to deal critical hits with this weapon. -1 accuracy, which has really helped us. Weapons damage can vary between plus or minus 75%. So this thing could theoretically deal 325 damage on a lucky roll. Yeah, that's pretty nice. AMS for anti-missile defenses. I don't think I'm going to take it. A whole bunch of Clan Endo steels. We have none of them, so that might not be a bad idea. This is an XL engine, but it's not a Clan XL engine, which is, well, dangerous, because if it's not a Clan XL engine, all you need to do is lose 1 torso and your mech is gone. Fusion Core 380 is tempting. I mean, we've got one. It's utterly useless, but it's tempting. Other than that, the Gyro Defense Plus is nice. And so is the supercharger. Wow. Superchargers are really nice because plus 40% walk distance allows you to almost walk as far as you can sprint, which is really cool. Unfortunately, I'm going to pass. This takes Gauss or AC-20 ammo, right? Yeah. Oh, I could take the AC-20 double. That would give us 12 rounds for a single ton instead of 10 rounds for 2 tons, not a single ton. It's a nice pickup. If I want to build a full long tom mech, and I kind of do because long tom artillery. TTS weapons, I think. If I really want to build this, I'm going to have to really commit into it. We're going to need TTS weapon systems. We're going to need weapon mounts. We're going to need everything. I don't even know what 15 slots will fit. In any case, I'm guaranteeing myself a mech. I want at least one Firestarter 2C. We're going to also get the Jenner 2C. We might get a couple of things like double heatsink kits out of this. It's going to be important. I'm crossing my fingers really hard to get one of those Jenner parts because we only need the one. We only need the one, but we cannot pass up that long tom. You don't get shown that kind of weapon system and not immediately grab it. We got another Firestarter 2C part, you jerk. 2 light machine guns, a single micro-pulse laser, which actually goes in the support slot. So, yeah, we could make something a little bit more punchier. We did get an AMS, which is an interesting piece of equipment. 1 defense against missiles, and also a 15% reduction in damage. And 2 jump jets. So, the rolling was a little bit unfortunate. But hey, we're going to get a Firestarter 2C. We'll probably sell it. I'm going to have to be completely honest. Unless it's relatively intact, probably going to get rid of most of the mech and just sell it for cash, because it would be nice. Although, it could replace our Locust, because we have a Locust 2C as well, and I'd kind of rather have a Firestarter 2C, if I'm honest. The Locust is fast and nimble and maneuverable and all kinds of crazy stuff, but the Firestarter, if it kept that Clan Gauss rifle, kind of crazy. But we're going to find out relatively shortly. I don't know what mech I have that I can turn into a long tom mech. I really don't think it's gonna fit on a bushwhacker. Let's be honest with ourselves here. It weighs 30 tons. Really, we need a heavy mech. I have a catapult, but the catapult doesn't have the ballistic slot. I don't think. I think it's just energy and missiles. So we would need to find a mech chassis that has a ballistic slot, has 30 tons to spare for that ballistic slot, and then just pile on all the support systems onto it. Results could not be transferred. The map could not be downloaded. ClanTech Firestarter sports a Puma emblem. Oh, nice. Improved shooting and lower actuators. And 37,395 for the next 8 days. The catapult is done. That was the job wrapping up there. So we're going to pay that 37,000 right away and get that going. Manage the tasks, just so we know. The Hellhound is not going to be with us in the next battle. That, unfortunately, is a fact. Although we will get our pilots back. Let's check the mech bay. Because we have a brand new Firestarter, and let's see what it can do. We'll check on that again. Alright, let's go check out the Firestarter. And see what there is to see. If we were to throw out everything, we're looking at 61,000. We've lost the cockpit, the fusion core, heatsink double, another heatsink double. It does or does not have a double? It does not, because the fusion core did not survive. So there's no double heatsink kit on board this thing. So if we wanted to bring it into action, I suppose, we would need... Oh, we got Clan Endo, that's nice. And really, we just want to strip this mech, I think. Huh. Yeah, there's not a lot here. Not a lot that I would want to keep in the chassis. If we were to do this, we're getting some good parts, but I'm not sure I have a fusion engine. I do have a Locust here. It's a burner of a Locust because it's got a lot of small lasers on it, but it is pretty decently nimble. I mean, it'll move fairly quickly. It's got a 175 fusion core in it. I don't know if we sell it or keep it. If we keep it, we're going to have to start fixing it up. So, do we... I think we do. I think we do keep it, and we start with this. And give me a fusion core. It did have a 210 inside. I don't have a 210. I've got a 200. So that'll reduce its speed some. A little bit. We're going down slightly in movement. I could actually afford to go maybe to a 170? What kind of speed am I looking at? Tabletop 4, yeah, that's a bit slow for a light mech. 200 core it is. So that'll keep you at Tabletop 5, which is kind of where I sort of want it. The Gauss rifle's a nice inclusion on it. It's got the XL engine. I could just kit it back up and make it work. I don't think the flamers are worth it. Unless you're going full hog on the flamers. Flamers are kind of not worth it. Let's quickly build this thing up. I don't think we'll need too much to turn it into something decent. We've got 4 clan cockpits. So we'll put one in there to replace that. We could throw in a defense gyro or defense gyro plus or gyro XL if we needed the additional weight. Really what I could do is I could turn it into another stealth mech. Because it's reasonably fast. I mean, do you go at least to a 35? You don't. So he would be significantly slower than our bushwhackers that sprint forward and deal crazy stuff. You have... Oh, you're an Omni-Mech, so you've got everything. I could turn you into anything. Just for giggles. Long Tom, where are you? What? Holy crap. What do you put that thing into? That doesn't fit. That doesn't fit that either. Are there different critical slots? How do I fit this into something? Because I would like to. It is the primary weapon of the Long Tom artillery vehicle, known as a mobile Long Tom. How do I fit this sucker into something? This turns this into a mech. Well, it still needs ammunition for its Gauss rifle. Let's quickly throw in that if we've got any. Which I hope we do somewhere around here. Should be under G. Or no, it should be under ammo, shouldn't it? Nope. Nope, we may not have any ultra... Or we may not have any Gauss rifle ammo. So we'll check the store real quick. So, weapons, ballistics, and I need ammo Gauss. If you've got it. There it is. We could get ammo Gauss LGT, plus 300% to all range brackets, plus 1 accuracy, ammo grants buff, does not explode, carries 10 rounds. I also think it does less damage, but I can't see because the scrolly thing is a little bit messed up at the moment. Clearly not half. We'll buy ourselves a pair of Gauss rifle ammos. That will allow us to then finish slotting this mech up and setting something up. Now, how are we going to be able to handle that problem of it taking 15 crit slots? Because I want to mount a Long Tom to something, and that currently doesn't fit. Then again, it is a light mech, so that's kind of reasonable that it doesn't fit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 3 slots short. Gotcha. Where's my Gauss ammo? Ammo Gauss. We'll throw it in as dead weight slots. That way it protects things. We could go with some sort of electronic countermeasure system just for a little bit of extra defense, or an AMS, protected from long-range fire. As long as we're not using it, we may as well throw in, say, maybe not a clan one, because the clan one is light as all heck. The Watchdog Suite grants additional accuracy. So yeah, well, he'll get the clan one then. A little bit of clan defense there. He's got 1.5 tons left. Clearly the answer to that is additional couple of lasers. So, weapons, energy. Find me a pair of lasers that are fairly decent. Heavy lasers if you got them. I've got 3 medium heavies. Ooh. Yeah, we would not be able to handle that kind of heat. Heat sinking is 24. Oh, I need additional heat sinks. So our heat sinking will be 30. And then each one of these does 33 heat, so that's not going to happen. The Gauss rifle will deal 6. So I need an additional, well, decent amount. Small ER pulse. And small ER clan. Tempting. Very tempting. Could just do normal small lasers. The difference is 3 damage and a little bit of stability and some heat. Yeah, I think that may be the way that we have to go. So we'll just throw on normal small lasers. So smalls, where be you? There you are. And 1 goes on the arm. 2 goes on the arm. 3 goes on the arm. That way we've got the mech a little bit balanced. That puts us on weight. However, we are not on heat because we need to throw in a couple of additional heat sinks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wait. Oh no, we only needed 2. Okay. What's wrong with the rest of you? The mech has 1 more locations is destroyed. It no longer does. And yeah, that'll be a long-range fire support mech, if nothing else. Whether or not we'll ever actually use it, probably not. This may be just a waste of $900,000 or 91,000 C-bills, which is a tad unfortunate.
I'll let you know when that's
Alright, let's check to see if you've got more crit slots. No, you really don't, do you? Quick scroll down to the long tom. It's grayed out. Can't be equipped at all. One of my heavies have it? I know it doesn't have a ballistic slot, but I'd like to check just to see if it has additional. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. Maybe it's limited to super heavies or something. I'm not sure how we're going to fit it in. We've got it. We can sell it if needed, but we have it. And yeah. So now let's just chill for a bit. Most of our pilots have now come off of repairs. The Hellhound is 4 days away. The Firestarter is another 7. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll have the Hellhound. And let's celebrate the Festival of Lights. If Ronan were drunk, we would put her in charge of the entertainment. So as the morning briefing draws to a close, Darius raises a final point of discussion. The crew's been wound up tight lately, and the lounge is empty too often. Ronan brought it to my attention, along with the suggestion that we do something about it. I'm thinking some kind of celebration is in order. Anyone have any ideas? Sumer raises her hand. My family used to observe the Festival of Lights around this time of year. We'd light candles for the dead and throw a wild party in their honor. Yang snorts. Come on, Sumire. That sounds like highbrow. That sounds a little highbrow for people who go skinny dipping in coolant tanks. How about we give Ronan permission to throw a keg party instead? Now we'll do the Festival of Lights. Morale increases by 1. We lose 5,000, but we're okay, I think. And we are 46 days away from the contract, 2 days away from the monthly report. And there's the monthly report. Oh, we are low on cash. We will go back down to Spartan. We have one more of these we gotta survive through before we can finally take contracts. Because the end of this one, we'll have another 14 days left on the contract. So, we are getting a little bit long, but if the mission's not too terrible. Just chilling. I'm actually not against this at all. Quick check of the mech bay. Maybe clan mechs are slightly different. Or a dragon, maybe. The dragon has his ballistic slots in his arm, though, and I can't imagine would have more than 12 there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. I want to know how to mount it onto something. I want to put a long tom on one of my mechs. And I believe there is a mech that has a long tom. I think it's a heavy mech. So, it's not insane to want to put a long tom on your mech. Alright, not yet. We've got to check the barracks, make sure any mech warriors who have leveled up can be leveled up. We will be back on the A-team, which is nice. So, Starburst is not ready to level up. Synapse is not ready to level up. Varangian not ready to level up. And Ek is in a position to level up, but I want his piloting. Coach didn't level up. Panda did level up, although not in anything that mattered. I mean, I could give her tactics to give her a minus indirect fire penalty. Could I get her all the way up? I can. I'll give her the 1 health. Every pilot needs to be at least a 4-4-4. The 3 is fine.
I'm here.
Ronan has learned enough to gain another level of gunnery. Wonderful. Give us some more accuracy at longer range, and Shotel will be able to pick up Punisher finally. So that actually puts the B team with 2 pilots with Punisher. That's very helpful. Or not Punisher. It looks like Punisher because the Punisher skull, but Warlord. Alright, let's launch this contract and see what we're about to throw ourselves into. Throw all the mechs off. What happened to her? Oh, crap! No! No! I feel like such an idiot. Refit, please. Yang, tell me this will be an instantaneous fix. 4 days. Oh, God. That is very bad. That mech is our control mech. When we roll a Hellhound, we can take 1 person out of the fight. We don't have that. I am concerned. Very concerned. So the Trailblazer's staying in, and the Catapult's getting in. This could get ugly quickly, because Varangian no longer has his ride. Oh well. Varangian, say hi to the Trailblazer. It's been a while. Starburst is going back in the Aramsham, because she's used to the clan tech by this point, and she knows how to use it. Synapse is going into the Catapult, and Ek is getting himself back in the Punisher. Oh boy. And we're going to swap these 2 around. I like the Catapult at the end because it's a support mech. Alright, drop us in. Cross your fingers. And, oh dear God, we could all die. Yes, I am literally that concerned about not having the Hellhound. It has become one of the most important mechs in the entire company. The company is nearly built around the gosh darn thing at this point. You have the one mech that can take somebody offline, and the rest of them can gang up on the other people. So, another assassinate, aggressive negotiations. We've been having trouble here with the clans, who would have guessed. And our negotiations with them have been stalled by a stubborn clan diplomat. If he were removed from the equation through some random bandit attacks, we might be able to make some headway. I think that's... oh, actually, that's not a terrible idea. Although, a single clan diplomat being the roadblock, I think you're being a little bit optimistic. Because, let's be honest, the clans, they don't like anybody in the Inner Sphere. Sure, you've got some Warden clans, but they always view the Inner Sphere as like children. So, let's drop down and see what we're dealing with. It is a dark and stormy night. It does appear to be. Off in the distance there is the enemy. They have reinforcements on the field already, obviously. So, let's go. I was going to send Varangian, but no, Varangian is not a good scout.
I will be done.
Well, he kind of is, I suppose. Throw him up to as maximum evasion as he can manage. This mech is toasty because of the large pulse laser. Although, that mech also makes it much easier for new pilots to handle. So there is that. 3.5 pips of evasion as we sprint along. We do have eyes on something already, but we cannot figure out exactly what it is we're dealing with. I'm going to reserve down to the bottom. Synapse is a long-range fire support mech. We may as well. So everybody's on the bottom tier. You get to move first.
This looks like a prime spot for an ambush. Be careful.
Well, yes and no. It's a prime spot for an ambush, but it's also a prime spot for being able to shoot without having to worry about, well, anything.
I'll race ya.
Lock down. Command console's looking out at long distance. We have more movement. And nothing. Alright, Ek, time for you to enter the water as well. We'll sprint across the water and just blast our way through.
Full speed.
Hopefully. Very much hopefully. Now, I suppose, on the flip side, specifically for this map, the Hellhound would not have been super efficient. Because, you know, trying to blast somebody while everybody's in the water, it doesn't quite work out as well as you'd hope. Got a 65-tonner. Interesting problem. If they're clan mechs, that 65-tonner could be anything. Got a Firestarter 2C running right into the water and opening fire. Sorry, Varangian. Trailblazer's already taken a hit. Oh, I feel so bad that I had to put him in that thing, that he's not in his mask-equipped crazy cannon. Okay, we've got incoming large pulse. I'm going to guess a white. I wasn't actually able to read the tonnage size in that one, but if it's 35 tons, then we're dealing with a white. Although the fact that it ran instead of jumped kind of is a hint that maybe it's not. Alright, we've got it. Oh god, Elemental Toad. Starburst, do you have a target? There's that! Alright, we're looking at 3 lights and 1 heavy. And the heavy is a 65-tonner. A 65-ton clan. What would that be? That's a Locust. So we've got 4 lights at this point. There's going to be 8. Not 8 lights, but 8 mechs in total. We've got a Locust, and we've got a White, and we've got a Firestarter, and Jesus. Maybe we just pull out. I mean, do I really want to fight this? I'll hang around for a bit, but not long. Because I really don't want to fight this at this point. At least them walking into the water has reduced their ability to move quickly. Come on, who hasn't moved yet? We've got 2 more mechs to get through on the light. It is a white. Who would have thunk? More fire going down on the Trailblazer. A little bit surprising that he's eating up so much fire. Varangian, do people just not like you? Also, the fact that you took such a heavy hit to the leg is concerning. Okay, Elemental Toad is moving forward, and we don't see him. This is unfortunate. Starburst.
Yes, Commander.
Find me an Elemental Toad. Oh god. You can't see him. Well, that's levels of unfortunate. We got a Hellbringer. Oh, crap. Yeah, Gauss Rifle, Ultra AC5, ER Medium, and 2 SRM 6s. We got a problem here. Let's, however, focus on... I could focus on the white. Get some decent accuracy fire going down, take away his evasion, but I'll let him do that himself. See if he can't take Mr. Heavy Cannon off the field. Well, there goes his Heavy Cannon. And board through him. We've done a pretty decent amount of damage to him already. I think I can kill the Firestarter this turn. I would like to be able to kill more than that. Not Phantom Mech just yet. Well, maybe. Can you get a shot on the Toad? You can't. Oh, well. In that case, yeah, we'll go Phantom Mech. Confirm Phantom Mech, and we will sprint. We'll move as fast as we can. Will give us 3.5 pips of evasion, which is somewhat survivable. And you cannot split fire. He's got a decent shot, though, on both of them. He only has flamers left, and we're sitting in the water. We're going to ignore him for a second. Fire the cannon! We missed with the important cannon. The Gauss rifle has missed. On the bright side, we've exposed the structure on the Hellbringer. We didn't... Oh, we did crit. Okay, Gauss rifle's been crit. That's very lucky on us. Synapse, thanks to your command console, which I'm starting to feel is a good idea. We'll be able to not really nail him.
Roger that.
We'll come over here and we're going to multi-target. You, and you, and that'll be everything, and we shall fire. Could have warlorded just for the additional accuracy, but I kind of want to do that so I can keep up fire rates. So I'm not super worried about, although if you can blow up the Gauss rifle, that would be helpful. It did not happen. Okay, 22 damage. He did pass his stability check, and it is his turn now, so we're about to see a Hellbringer sprint. No, we're not. AP Gauss flying out. Or a Hag. Could be a Hag or an AP Gauss. From that distance, I'm going to guess a Hag. Hyper Assault Gauss. Yeah, it's a bit of an unfortunate thing to have to fight. I need to move a little bit faster than that if you don't mind. Yeah, like 3 pips of evasion fast. That'll work out lovely. Yes, we're ignoring the Firestarter because at the end of the day, Firestarter probably isn't going to kill us. This guy, though, might do it. And we missed both of our cannon rounds, but that's okay, because we then fire it up with a blistering array of lasers, tore off his Gauss rifle, ammo explosion, injured the pilot, and tore off half of his mech. So he's having a bad day. His Ultra AC-5 not able to impact on the Trailblazer, which is good for us. And then, of course, all of his light buddies are going to get to move, and that's just going to suck. Firestarter moving into the cover around here. The Toad is probably going to sprint out from here and punch somebody at this point. I have high confidence that is what will occur. Large laser coming in from the Locust off in the distance. Because we know that's a Locust. It's a light mech, it's got a large laser, it's a Locust 2C equipped with a large laser and I believe 2 or 4 small pulse lasers. It hurts quite a bit from both long range and close range. Got streaks coming in on the Trailblazer. Nothing able to impact him, though. He is able to stay nimble and aggressive. Wish I could make him a little bit faster. He's an Excel gyro, not a defense gyro. Interesting problem. I'm going to have to see how much weight that saves. Because I'm not 100% sure if that's worth it. So we're dealing with 2 whites, a Locust, a Jenner, basically neutered Firestarter, and a Toad. The Toad could be a problem. The Toad will be a problem, let's be honest. Toads always are if you don't kill them right off the bat. This white is walking, which is unfortunate because I was hoping he would jump again. However, he did not walk far, which should hopefully make it so that you can blast him quite heavily. Now, downside, of course, being... well, he has a lot of evasion anyway. He walked like 1 pip and he got all of that. To be fair, we do the same thing, but... Elemental Toad jumping into the fray, opening fire with his lasers and his... it's just lasers, right? Oh, also his PASRM. No heat was dealt. He didn't manage to hit anything with it. But he is pretty evasive. But he's placed himself in a position where the Aramsham's going to kill him. So, Aramsham.
I'm receiving you.
Yes. More evasion, please. Perfect. Well, not perfect. I only have indirect lines of sight, but that's okay. Sprint over here. Hello, Tiny Atlas. Goodbye, Tiny Atlas. And he's gone. Toodles. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with somebody who can deal 84 damage to me in any location that he wants.
I'm receiving you.
That's just absurd. You wouldn't do that. You'd kill it as soon as you could. His CT is mostly open. His leg is mostly open as well. 51. How about if I sprinted? I know, sprinting to get into closer combat range. What are you, crazy? The answer is maybe slightly. Actually, what if I moved backwards? What if I fell back further? 38. So 38 versus 51. We gotta go with the 51. Line him up and let him pay. Also, this is gonna let us get rid of all of our heat. Oh, it's kind of ridiculous. Come on, just critical hits and engine destroys. That's what we wanted. I think that's the result we have. I think we have Artemis ammo on this thing, which has like a 100% chance of dealing critical hits. It's kind of crazy. Alrighty, Trailblazer. Trailblazer needs to blaze trails, and that means it needs to move fast. And bad shot. Not great shot. Probably terrible shots on everybody, but we're gonna move. Wonderful shot. Oh, wow, good shots. Terrible shot. Amazing shots. Kill him. Yes! We blew off his arm entirely with 1 shot. And his leg is mostly gone as well. There goes his leg. Good shooting in the Trailblazer. Alright, all those people have been saying Varangian's an amazing pilot. Yes, agreed. I wasn't saying he was a bad pilot before. I was just saying that, hey, maybe there's a decent amount in mech design. But nope. No, he's just owning it with any mech that he drives. So, credit where credit is due. As long as he doesn't get killed by a hag here, we'll call him an amazing pilot. He got hit by the hag, though. And his leg is wounded. We're gonna have to protect that leg. Although it is on the other side of the mech, so relatively fine. Sprint, please. Must get evasion. Must build defense. As soon as he kind of clears this, I'm gonna have Synapse murder him. Jenner is the target of the day. Blow off his other leg if you don't mind. That just to make life easier on us. Of course, I tell you to blow off his leg, and you hit pretty much everything except the leg. And we got him by the engine destruction. Fusion Core might have survived that, I'm not sure.
Come on, people. Let's make
So we are inspired. Also, we can get that one Jenner part, and we'll get a Jenner. That'll be nice. We'll have picked up 2 mechs in this mission. Or game. I was worried about this. I'm still worried about this, but I'm a little less worried about... What are you? You are a Jaeger Mech 2C, okay. And the white bouncing out into cover once again, opening fire with his large pulse. And missing all 3 times. So we've got 2 whites, a neutered fire starter, and a locust, as well as the Jaeger Mech, and whatever is coming around the mountain. Which should be here eventually. Firestarter has cleared the berm, opening fire with his fire on the Aramsham, managing to miss, I think, everything. Yep. So that's been dealt with. Synapse, you're going to kill him. That way, the Aramsham can move forward and murder one of these guys. He's quite accurate. He's very good at what he does. Other white also bouncing. Able to get shots on the catapult. Unfortunate, because the catapult is not going to be evasive. It's not evading any of that. So you got your view on my rear line.
systems holding.
It's time to stop you from having a view on my rear line. Synapse, your target was determined a long time ago. You just didn't realize it. Oh, you're going to fire everything? Why, yes. Yes, I will. With greens all around. Blaze away, please. Oh, there's just not going to be much of this fire starter left. When LRMs are fired in direct mode and all hitting target, it is a beautiful, beautiful sight. Sprint time! It is an obstructed shot against a highly evasive target. Can I get a slightly less obstructed shot? I can. Lovely. That will put me all the way up to 51 on one of them. Let's shed the autocannon 10 just so I can get accuracy on it next round, and fire everything else, because if I deal just a little bit of stability damage, I'll throw you over the line, make you unstable, and allow me... Yes! Everybody's going to follow up on you, sir. You just haven't realized it yet. I kind of do want to stay in the water, though. Because if I get out of the water, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook like you won't believe. I do have shoot and scoot, though. So let's do that. So we'll fire in the water. Hey, there goes his leg. So he's legless, which is excellent. And not armless, though. He's going to fall over, which is very nice. I blew off your leg. You don't get to pass stability checks. You're on your back, please. Thank you. Go away. Bonk. Got 2 health remaining. We will move, I think, as fast as we can, and we'll... I wanted a vigilance that. Jaeger Mech, lining up, firing to the Punisher. Getting some shots up, but not able to actually hit anything. Good, good. And Ek will, of course, finish off
Waiting for order.
this guy. Hi, I've come to play with you. So we're going to line him up with not the Ultra Autocannon. And we're going to blast his legs. You know what? We're going to fire the Ultra Autocannon. He's ready with Warlord. We may as well keep it active. Guess what we didn't blow up? His legs. We did kill the rest of the mech, though. I'm starting to think that when I tell them to kill the legs, they misinterpret that and they say, save the legs. Maybe they think that I'm just looking for, you know, turkey breast or something. Chicken bones. Chicken wings. Alright, so the Locust finally managing to use the first large of the shot. Did hit the Punisher, which is kind of designed to take some hits, but you really don't want it to take hits. Especially not with a Hellbringer right here, or it's a Jaeger mech. We already killed the Hellbringer. Hi, you are close to me. That's an interesting life choice. You did actually manage to hit me once with that, twice with that, though, so I suppose I shouldn't knock it too much. Because that'll also shed your evasion, which is unfortunate. Do you have another target somewhere around here? Okay, good. Synapse does not have a shot, but I can possibly get him one. Sprinting time! Yeah, there's no way I'm going to deal enough damage to him. Can I get a side shot anywhere? No. I saw... Oh, it's on the Jaegermech. I don't care about getting side shots on the Jaegermech just yet.
Quick step in it.
I'm working on taking out your little, tiny, annoying people. Fire gun. We'll cook it next round and then warlord it. So we did push him up to a single pip of instability. So he's not having the best of days. Hey, look. I have a shot on you from the side. Can I get closer and do it? Not if I want that juicy, juicy tree cover bonus, which I do. I very much do. Shut off the Gauss rifle, shut off these, just shut off everything. We're gonna go for the breaching shot, because he's hot. Miss. Miss. Okay, you've gotten your 2 misses out of your system, right? Hey, a hit. Killing a white that's not jumping around is actually surprisingly difficult.
Yes, Commander.
Synapse, you have a line of sight, don't you? I just sat here. I do shoot and scoot, so hey, we may as well shoot and scoot.
Firing.
So fire everything we got at the white. Anything that we can actually make stick. And that's some. Hey, that's not terrible. And keep on the move.
Moving to position.
Keep it away from the enemy. That's the idea. The Jaegermech is backing up. I don't actually know what he's equipped with. Oh, he does have the 2 hags. Have you run your ammo bins dry? Is that why you've stopped firing the hags? Where would you keep ammunition? No, you definitely have ammo bins left. A lot of ammo bins. Holy crap. That mech could probably keep on shooting for a week and not have to stop. 2.5 pips of evasion? With a vigilance, I'll take it. So let's remember to set up vigilance ahead of time. Because reasons. Lock him up. We've got a good shot. Blaze away. Missed with both of the cannons, which is very unfortunate. Getting a couple of good hits in. Oh, we got a penetrating hit. 2 penetrating hits. So his armor is open, and we've dealt our first crit to a fusion core. Couple more crits. There won't be a mech left. Locust is on the move. Locust is picking up again, but this time not able to hit. He managed to hit a rock, though. So that's working against him. And then we've got our white who will get to move. He will probably walk to shed that evasion. But if not, interesting things could happen in terms of just how much evasion he stacks. He's getting his back attack! Oh god, he's hitting everything. Stop hitting everything! No, seriously, how are you hitting everything? I am still quite evasive. How did you hit everything?
Losing armor.
I think you're cheating. Alright, let's get Varangian on the target on this one. Got movement still happening. Wow, that is one heck of a flank. We actually need to get Synapse out of the way. Line it up. That puts you over the line, just barely, but we will accept it because we're going to shoot. Oh, there goes the leg. There goes the rest of the mech. The white is gone. We've dealt with the primary escort, now we're just dealing with the reinforcements. So, not much left of that white, which is lovely.
One less target.
And let's get on the move. Oof, you are painfully disappointing in terms of how much heat you, or how much evasion you can stack. Let's target the next one. The next one, honestly, should be that Locust.
Commander?
So, the Aramsham, let's get Starburst in on the fight that she is meant to fight. And just stacking all our evasion, even though she's risking everything by going out here. We are going over the line on this one, but that's just so that we can Warlord next turn. Hit the Locust in the arm. And tore off the arm. Did not kill the leg. But we did make him unsteady, which means all follow-up shots will be much, much easier. Synapse.
I'm your spaniel.
I have faith in you, not really, that you're going to be able to kill a Locust.
Acknowledged.
We're about to hit him with about 20 missiles, so hey, good luck. We are starting to run away from the mech that's coming in towards us because... Oh no, I fired at the Jaegermech. Well, I feel stupid. That's okay, I'll be able to... I will cope. My coping mechanism is to fire a lot of firepower. Oh, you have an 80% chance to hit. Play the line.
Firing full complement on enemy.
So, we're gonna kill this Locust. Right? Right? Yes? Maybe, please? Yes, okay, we got him. Now it's just Jaegermech.
One less target.
It's you, and me, and the rest of my lands. Jaegermech is on the walk. He's getting down up close and personal, opening fire with just a laser. Buddy, you have hyper assault Gauss rifles. You got 2 of them. That's a pretty impressive piece of firepower. And 35-ton mech. Are you a white? Are we seriously dealing with a white as the king? That seems wrong to me.
Waiting for
I
orders.
mean, I can't deny it, but it still seems a bit wrong to me. I cannot get as much evasion as I used to be able to, but that's to be expected. Let's shut off the small pulses. Maybe that'll help out. It did not. Let's shut off the large pulse and turn on the small pulses. Still slightly over, but then we'll shut that off. You are guarded? Entrenched. Well, I don't ignore it if I turn off all but one, so we're going to get back onto the line. Managed to hit him dead center torso. Just a punch to the gut right there. And he's about to have a bad day. Synapse, could you keep sprinting? Can you get a direct line of sight? No, you can't. You're going to keep sprinting and see if you can't cross this lake before he can catch you. This is an interesting challenge. I'll fire all the missiles. Just keep blazing away. I'd like to start turning my mechs around to go deal with this. As we just blanket the area with fire, not a single one hit his CT. Starburst, you are capable of shooting and scooting, so let's Warlord this so we can really give him a nice little punch to the face. Hey, Fusion Core crit! And Gauss Rifle ammunition explodes. That makes him unsteady, he's having a bad day. And I'll move like so. So some evasion, some tree cover. Enemy gets to move. Let's see what he does with it. Fires a single laser. I know I killed most of your stuff, but I didn't blow up all of it. Heat critical, ammunition avoidance, or shutdown avoided from the ammunition explosion. I'm gonna have to Warlord this just to get my heat back under control, but that was planned. And you do not shoot and scoot, but I have such high confidence that you're gonna kill him in this round. I'm not even gonna move you. That was not the target. That's the reinforcements. Lovely. Okay, so we've dealt with the reinforcement, and we've dealt with the primary escort, and now we've got to deal with him. I would bet dollars to donuts that this guy over here is a white. So let's get all our mechs on the move. Get us into the water so that we're nice and chilling out. We're going to keep running Synapse away. Synapse, keep running. You are not meant to be fighting on the front line. As cool as your catapult is, it's not quite designed for that.
I will be done.
Varangian, let's see if I can get you in the puddle. I can. Lovely. As far forward into the puddle as I can get. It's nice. Well, I was about to say it's nice to have 2 bushwhackers working together again, but they're not.
I'm receiving you.
Stormcrow is most certainly not a bushwhacker.
On the move. Full speed.
Alrighty, so we are on the way towards our final opponent. Let's see what he wants to do. 35-ton mech is continuing his pursuit forward. I can work with that. Reserve down to the bottom.
Right here if you need me.
Synapse is now going to turn around. And do like so.
On the way.
This protects him and allows him to pop out from cover. It's going to be quite nice. Finish with you.
I'm receiving you.
Starburst will start to sprint. Stack up some of that evasion. Using her defensive gyro to allow her to continue to massive defend herself in the middle of water. Varangian, not quite so well equipped, unfortunately, using an XL gyro, which gives him additional weight, but it really is having a negative effect, which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, I can get a line of sight. I'm going to avoid that line of sight because I want him to move into our line of sight instead of hiding. And that's my plan. He'll come into our line of sight, then we can mob him. It was a Jenner 2C. I was wrong. It's the light machine gun Jenner 2C, and he stepped out of the water. The opening fire on the Trailblazer, who is the most easy target to hit and potentially could get a headshot. It does not look like he did. Good. Alright, so now we know what we're getting involved with. So he's only stacking 4 pips of evasion, so Starburst, this is your bag. Hi, you can get a high shot. So we'll have a little bit of an altitude advantage on him. Aim down and fire, and by the time we actually engage, Warlord will be ready. Yes, he's unsteady. Varangian, you now have a very large Gauss rifle, do you not? 89. How about if I sprinted that? For altitude? 80. No. If I just sprinted straight forward, 80. So we're just going to walk it, because why not? I want the 89. And activate the large pulse laser, the small pulse laser, really just everything. Open fire. Oh, there goes his arm. Stability check has passed, but we're about to follow up with a lot more fire. Let's see if he can maintain that stability that he's talking about. No, the last one got him even before the knockdown bar got filled up. So he's going to be on his back, not having a good day at all. And I still have 2 mechs that get to follow up. Synapse.
Receiving you.
He's on his back. You've got a direct line of sight. Can I get you close enough to fire lasers? No. Just walk then. No sense in getting the tagger involved. It's a 93% chance to hit him anyway. I think we want to blow off the leg, don't we? 70 versus... Yeah, I'm going to go for the leg. That way we can slow him down in case he gets to stand up. Prevent him from being able to do any of that. Now, he does have bonus to his called shot. And lots of ammunition explosions going off over there. All of them contained.
Ready for orders.
Alright, Ek, if you were to shoot from here, you're looking at decent. If you were to charge forward, you're looking at less. What was that, 85 versus 93. Yeah, we're going to walk
Got it, Commander.
just a steady, slow pace towards him. Continue to try and take out his leg. Wow, you missed a 93% chance, man. That's just painful. And I also think you're not going to blow off the leg. No. Oh, there it went. Just barely. He's got 1 injury left.
Critical hit.
So he will be able to stand up and move. As long as he doesn't call in his dropship on top of himself. Walking forward. And firing. And not able to touch the Aramsham. Unfortunate. Starburst.
Here.
Target him. End him. Alright, so the assassination target has been defeated, and it's literally just a head. It's the cartoon motion where the rest of the mech drops away, the head holds there for just a moment or so, and then falls into the water. Alright, clan propaganda's taken care of. So not too shabby at all. See how much, what sort of stuff we're going to be able to get out of that one. I doubt we'll get most of that Hellbringer. I think we've saved maybe 1 part on it. Because we did blow it to pieces. We blow a lot of our enemy mechs to pieces. But that's kind of by design. 4 days until we're going to have the Hellhound back. That's just painful. 4 days of no Hellhound? Or potentially longer, depending on how the repairs go. Minus 70,000. That's going to put us in the negatives once again. However, the Punisher picked up 4 kills. Not too shabby, although it's going to be in repair for quite some time. I can see just by the armor silhouettes. It got hurt. So there's a Toad. I'm not going to get Toad. Let's get a Jenner. Jenner 2C for the guarantee. Could go for most parts of a white and risk it, but the last time we did... Oh. Heavy lasers. Oh, heavy lasers. They're fantastic. And way too hot for what we're trying to do. A whole bunch of cockpits. Endo composite. It's lesser endo steel, but it's lighter. Double heat sinks. Lots of double heat sinks. Jump jets. Improved jump jets. The null sigs. I have none. I would like another. And watchdog suites. I think that's what we'll do. Null sigs, just because null sigs are incredibly useful to convert mechs into better mechs, and we have 2. We have 2 different kinds of ECM suites available to us at the moment, so getting another null sig will be very helpful. I don't know what I'll put it on, but I want to have it to make sure that I have the option of putting it on something. Maybe we'll get incredibly lucky, we'll pick up 3 white parts, I doubt it. We picked up 2, so if we had gone for it, we may have picked it up. And we did get a Jenner part from the random roll as well. Got the Toad part, we'll probably sell that. And got one of the heavy lasers, so we're up to 4 heavy lasers. We could probably turn our catapult into something truly terrifying on the heat scale. And a lower arm for additional accuracy. That'll be nice. I don't know what I'll put it on, but I'm sure there's something. Maybe the fire starter? The fire starter needs a lower arm component in order to use that Gauss rifle a little bit more efficiently. Although, if there's one... If the Gauss rifle on the Bushwhacker for the Trailblazer does not have it, I will probably go in that direction. Because I need to bring the accuracy of that Gauss rifle up. It was terrible. The fact that it does not ignore evasion is pretty shocking. It's not a great weapon for trying to take on lights, unfortunately, despite the high speed that projectile flies. Which is kind of real. Well, I don't want to say realistic, but it makes sense. So... Trailblazer proving itself to be a decent mech. Varangian proving himself to be dangerous in anything that we throw him in. Really makes me wish that I had more double heatsink kits, because then I would be able to actually build mechs that could, well, go massive laser vomit. The Dragon is halfway there. I'm really tempted to pull off that Ultra AC-10, but it does a good amount of damage. It really does. But yeah, all the pulse lasers on a side note for that, they're just really useful as well. Alright, let's see how much we are rewarded for our troubles. Well, we know we're going to be much, much deeper in the red, which is dangerous to be, but hey, we're about to have a mech that we can sell, because we've already got a Jenner. We'll strip everything off and we'll sell it. So, could not be transferred, but we know that. What? It's not the end of the month. It's 14 days until the end of the month. I don't understand. What? Glitchy game is glitchy. I am not accepting that result. I refuse to accept that result. We have so much cash in reserve. We have a ton of parts that we can just sell. So it does not get to turn around and tell me that I'm out of funds 14 days out from the end of the month. No. I refuse. Ugh. There are days when this game irritates me. There are not many of them, but there are days when it does. Because you can't do that. That's even more irritating than the base defense glitch where the last building doesn't count for some reason. So I have no qualms with loading that one. I will not reload if we lose a pilot or if bad RNG happens and something terrible occurs to a mech. But when something like that happens, that's bull. I refuse to accept that. No way. So I don't know what's up with the way that the game is trying to logic that, but we have a ton of cash in reserve. And we've gone way down low before, too. We've gone to like negative 300,000 before. So you can't tell me that going negative 20 is going to be a problem. No, that's bull. That is beyond bull. Also because the game is not designed to end like that. So I'm irritated by that one. I am very irritated by that one. Because it's just wrong. The fact that it tries to do that to you is irritating. So, anyway, we're definitely going to recover from that one. I'm refusing to allow that to stand. That is not something that I'm willing to do. I've got more than enough clan tech that I could sell to any Inner Sphere merchant ever, and they would buy it all. There's no way that we are so out of assets that we need to shutter things. Now, I would have accepted that had that been the end of the month, but it wasn't. So, no game. You don't get to lie to us. You must actually play by the fair rules with which we have set, and so we're going to have to stare at this black screen for a little while as we reload the entire save. I'm not sure how far back that's going to set us, but we'll make do. Although I did see that it said auto save at arrival at Stanzach, which seems a little bit weird to me. So just to buffer against this, we're going to start going into missions with a little bit more cash just to make sure that we can pay for the repairs on that. So let's go figure out what it is we're going to sell, and then we're going to, well, we'll end the episode. So I thought it would finish saving, but it did not. It came back. Yeah, we're going to sell a couple of mechs. We're going to get an idea. Although that's irritating because, you know, I wanted to bask in the glory of having recovered another mech. I wanted to have another mech and say, hi, we have a brand new Jenner. Do I get a double heatsink kit? No? Okay, we're throwing it out. That's basically the logic. I'm just going to pull everything off the Jenner that we get, and then I'm going to scrap it. Because we've already got a Jenner 2C. We don't need a second one. We really don't need any Clan Light mechs. Probably shouldn't have modded that Firestarter, but I'm kind of planning on selling that Locust 2C that we've got and replacing it with the Firestarter. It's not going to be amazing, but it should work out okay. Although what it could do to that Locust 2C, now that well, we don't have the additional null sig, but we can get our hands on a null sig in relatively short order, is what we can do to that is we can throw the nullsig onto it, we can throw an electronic countermeasure system onto it, probably pull off a couple of lasers, do something to it to give it a little bit more evasion, and we could turn that thing into a bloody ankle biter that nobody could actually hit. Be the light version of the tiny. Alright, so we are back here. So yeah, 15 days were left until the bankruptcy was reported. Even assuming we went negative 20 on that, that's bull. So what we're going to do is I am going to go into the mech bay just to make sure. Just to protect things. High storage. Let's check out assaults. We have some really nice assaults that I do not want to get rid of. Except maybe a Victor. I'll sell a Victor. 277,000. We're moving away from Davian space anyway, so we don't need it. So that will get us to 330,000. Do I want an awesome? I do want an awesome. Awesomes are cool. Awesomes are pretty awesome, but I'm going to sell that too, just to make sure that the game doesn't try and pull a fast one on us. The Banshee? I'll sell a Banshee. We're fighting most of the clans at this point. We're not going to run into a lot of normal assaults. We're up to almost 1 million. Don't say lights we're going to keep because we're getting really close to grabbing a couple of lights. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode. We had a successful second mission. Unfortunately, the second mission didn't end up counting. And we also have a long-tom artillery piece. We just don't know what we can put it in. So that'll be pretty interesting. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I list one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.